the Sticky Floor Friday, the internet movie show that just saw the Expendables 2 trailer and, like the rest of the internet, had this reaction. You know, the last time Arnold shot a gun on camera, French fries were called freedom fries, Justin Timberlake was a musician, there was no Team Edward, there was no Team Jacob, the iPhone, iPad, and MacBook didn't exist, gas was $1.83 a gallon, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were considered a good football team. So out of all that, I'm very glad that Arnold is back. Awesome. Now, this is a sequel week, so we're not going to get any original ideas coming out, but that doesn't mean we're not going to find something we like. We're going to start with Mission Impossible 4 Ghost Protocol, or as some of you are calling it, whatever movie comes after The Dark Knight Rises prologue. Or as I'm calling it, Tom Cruise must need a hit. Because after the lukewarm reception of his last two movies, Night and Day and Valkyrie, he's dipped back into the Ethan Hunt well one more time, but I'm actually okay with that, because Mission Impossible 3 was easily the best in the series. It's an intense, tightly wound, stakes-raising action film with a great villain in Philip Seymour Hoffman, and gone are the boring confusion of the first movie and the John Woo ADD editing slow-mo motorcycle jump-fighting train wreck that was Mission Impossible 2. Mission Impossible 3 is a really good movie, and a lot of that is thanks to J.J. Abrams, who directed it. Now, he doesn't direct this time out, but he is producing and co-writing. Instead, we've got Brad Bird of Pixar fame. He gave us The Incredibles and Ratatouille and Iron Giant. I know a lot of people love that movie. And now he's directing his first live-action movie, so we're in good hands. Now, the plot is fairly cookie-cutter. The Mission Impossible team is accused of a bombing, and now they must go rogue to clear their name. It sounds a lot like that terrible movie, The Losers, but no one's ever gone to Mission Impossible movies for the plot. You go for the gadgets, the blatant overuse of face-ripping, and to see Tom Cruise hang off things. Now, for those of you going only to see The Dark Knight Rises prologue, be warned, it's not in all theaters. In fact, it's only playing in IMAX screens, and even then, it's only playing in about 33 screens across the country. And here's the list. You can see if you're... Now, Jesus, so fast. I'm just going to put a link then for you right over here, or right on my goddamn face. That's great. All right. Now, the numbers for Mission Impossible are probably going to get skewed over the weekend because A, people are paying just to go see The Dark Knight Rises prologue, and B, they have to pay more to see it in IMAX. But you know what? That's actually okay this time. I don't really like cheap gimmicks, but they actually did shoot about 30 minutes of footage for Mission Impossible in IMAX, so you're not just seeing the movie, you know, blown up. It's actually in its proper aspect ratio, and it's going to look phenomenal. The other sequel out today is Sherlock Holmes 2, A Game of Shadows. And I like the first movie. I don't know if I should admit that or not, but I do. It's mindless fun. You got Robert Downey Jr. doing his enjoyable banter thing and punching people in the face. You got Guy Ritchie directing crazy action sequences. Yeah, it's disposable entertainment. It's not meant to stick in your brain for very long, but it's a lot of fun. And it has about as much to do with the original Sir Arthur Conan Doyle Sherlock Holmes as Transformers is a documentary about the auto industry. They might as well call this movie Detective Punch-a-Lot, because it has nothing to do with Sherlock Holmes. Now, the critics seem split on this sequel. Half of them think that it's better than the original, and the other half just think that it's really annoying. I think this is a preference thing. If you like the first one, you're going to like the second one. I'm in that boat. Finally, we have Alvin and the Chipmunks 3, Chipwrecked. Arnold, you want to take care of this one?
Dave, come on! Rules is my middle name. I'm the king of the world!
Alright, time for 3 questions. Number 1, are you interested in Mission Impossible 4? Or are you going just to see The Dark Knight Rises prologue? Number 2, do you have a better name for Sherlock Holmes than Detective Punch-a-Lot? And number 3, David Cross recently called the Alvin and the Chipmunks experience one of the most unpleasant experiences of his career. Now, I love David Cross, but guess what, David? If you already sold out and did 3 terrible movies and then bragged about how much money you made off of it and bought a house and all this other stuff, you don't get to complain about the 3rd movie in a shit-sucking franchise. You chose to continue making them. You can't do that. That's like going on a killing spree and then donating the knife you used to murder everybody to Goodwill. I guess that's not a question.